Loyiso and Jennifer got married 3.5 years ago. We joined them recently as they relaxed at the award-winning Drakensberg Sun Resort. With its child-friendly facilities and magnificent views, it's become one of their favorite places to spend time as a family.
You're now a daughter, Richard. This is Kenzie's debut on camera. How has she changed your life?
She's just been an absolute pleasure, and she's too clever actually for her own good, and so we feel like we've skipped a year already in terms of her development.
A lot of people know Kenzie from her Instagram account, so I guess she's gotten a bit of a fan base already.
Hello, Kenzie.
Hello, Mama.
How old are you?
I'm 2.
Well
done. You're 2? Yes. You're a big girl. Jen, I believe you went through quite a challenging time during your pregnancy.
When I was 2 months pregnant, my mum was diagnosed with cancer, and she was living with us at the time already, with Loyiso and myself. So I was looking after my mum, I was working, and obviously being pregnant at the same time.
How did that make you stronger as a family?
We've probably been through like one of the hardest times that a couple would ever go through, and you've only been married for 3 years, having lost Jen's mom. So if we can go through that and still stay together, it means that the next few years, I think, are going to be the best years of our lives.
It's really just a little quiet time that Loyiso's looking for, and he finds it in this country setting. Surrounded by so much natural beauty, it's a perfect getaway.
What are some of the activities you offer your guests?
There's a vast range of activities for family and conference guests, from fly fishing, trout fishing on the dam, boating, canoeing, on-site spa, a great destination for birding, which is a very popular activity out here. We look across at the mountain range, Catherine Peak just behind me. There's hiking, which is a very popular destination as well.
Another great way to relax and unwind is taking a languid cocktail cruise down the Nkwangwa River towards the Bala's favorite picnic spot.
Loyiso, what inspires your music? Is it mainly from your personal life or your experiences?
Most songs that I used to write when I was much younger were really just from my imagination, because I didn't have that much life experiences. The best songs that I've ever written, I remember one kind of called Girl Without a Name. I was 16 years old.
It's one of my favorites, and definitely all his female fans love it. They're always screaming at his concerts when he sings it, and he wrote it when he was at the Drakensberg Boys Choir School.
Now that I think about the song, I remember that song from high school.
I'm sure
gosh!
you did. I'm sure you
How
did.
funny is that? Please sing it.
I can laugh, I can speak, everything right out my mind. That's a little bit of it.
I remember the song.
Since graduating from the Drakensberg Boys Choir School, Loyiso and his brothers Zwai and Phelo have produced several award-winning albums. His latest, Power Love Sound, won Best Contemporary Faith Album at the Summers. He took us back to where his talent was nurtured.
While I was here as well, I got to travel to over 16 countries around the world. So this really just sort of became the base where the world kind of opened up to me.
I believe your cousin played quite a huge role in you coming to the school.
I had a cousin who was 19 years old. He was a petrol attendant. So we heard about this competition, the singing competition, and if you won, you got a place into the Drakensberg Boys Choir. So my brother entered, and he was able to convince his bosses, who owned the petrol stations, to actually pay for our schooling. So that's why I think many people see us being successful. But in actual fact, we come from very, very humble beginnings.
But I believe when you came here, actually, you couldn't even speak English. It was a completely new experience for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Zwai was the first black boy in the school, and that was obviously during the apartheid era. So it really just kind of changed a lot of things. So I came here 2 years later, having done English as sort of like a third language. And so I think just apart from that, not only did I learn how to speak English, but I learned how to also read and write music.
Wow.
And how to sing in Italian at the same time with Bala brothers.
Something else the Bala brothers learned was how to make the most of their home away from home.
This over here used to be my bed right here.
Really?
Come see.
Come look at Daddy's bed, Bobo. This is where Daddy used to sleep. Look.
This was the first time you kind of owned your little space, right?
No one was allowed to step over this line, or else they had to follow my rules. This was my own little country. But people around the world used to know us as the Singing Angels. But we had a naughty streak to us. We weren't all that good. I remember the one time, actually, we used to take mattresses and then put them out the window and then sleep on them outside at night, because the stars here look so beautiful and the view looks absolutely stunning. Yeah. So I think that's why now they've actually changed the windows so that these only open right at the top. So it was my fault, boys. I'm sorry. It was my fault.
Despite his nightly excursions, Loyiso excelled at school, coming top of his class. but it was in the choir that he really stood out.
There's certain names and things that are synonymous with the Drakensberg Boys Choir, and the Bala brothers are one of those names, and Loyiso in particular.
I was head of the choir. As a matter of fact, I think my name still stands on one of the boards, including Zwai's.
See this.
So,
the whole Bala
right
family's
here.
like dominating this board. Look at that.
And Phelo's in one of the other boards. So, just what a great honor it's really been, just being part of the school.
I grew up hearing about the Drakensberg Boys Choir. Was there any pressure having been head of the choir at the time?
But when I first came in, I was a small little boy who was just slightly bigger than Kenzie. But throughout the years, which is one thing that happens at the school, is that you get taught what it is to be a leader, so that you can be that once you grow up and you get into the professional the professional world.
The only school of its kind in Africa, they've toured across the globe, including the Vatican City in Rome, on request by the Pope himself. Alongside 2 major annual celebrations, they also perform once a week for the local community.
This must have so many sentimental memories for you. Your old school, the Drakensberg Boys Choir, the whole family's literally here.
So many years ago, when I was even smaller than the guys that are singing in the choir now, to think that so many years down the line, close to 30 years, we'll be here with our own children, and all of us would have come to the school and gone.
I haven't been here in a while, so for me it's quite a great experience to see, the school again.
Let me tell you, the last time we were here together was when Phelo sang his last concert right here in this auditorium. So so many years later, here we are back here again, and it's funny because whenever I see the boys sing, I suddenly feel that age again, like I should be up there. So
You don't look it.
I know I don't look it.
Well, I have a brilliant idea. Since we have the Bala brothers here,
Yes.
and we've got the Drakensberg Boys Choir here, I think it's only fitting that we finish this off with something beautiful.
Something inside so strong.
With albums hitting #1 on Amazon's classic music chart, reaching #6 on the Billboard World Albums chart, and with an upcoming tour of the States, it's good to be a Bala brother.
Oh.